What's going on, guys? It's Salvajee, and we're back at it again with another Salvajee Speaks. You know, this morning I was on my way to the kitchen and I heard my aunt talking to my mom, and my aunt was saying, you know, I was cleaning this guy's office and you know, there was this lady out there. She was so rude and she called me the cleaning lady, and I was so offended, and that lady's so rude, and you know, she's got no respect for me. Like, shame on her, right? And as I heard my aunt say that, I was like, wow, like, she's really letting the truth get to her. But then I started thinking about it, and I was like, you know what? That's something that a lot of people go through. You know, a lot of people get offended by the truth, and that's the first point of power of this Salvajee Speaks. You see, guys, when I was younger, you know, when I was in middle school, when I was at the beginning of high school, I was known as that Call of Duty no life, as that kid that just no life Call of Duty. And I would actually let that get to me. I would actually let that offend me. You know, I actually didn't like it when people would call me that. And I'm telling you guys this because I know some of you guys might be known as that Fortnite no life, or that fucking weeb that watches anime all day. The reality is, guys, if it's the truth, it should never offend you. Sometimes when I play Overwatch, you know, people tell me that I'm a really bad Widowmaker player. Sometimes people tell me that I'm garbage with a specific character, and they tell me this because they think it's going to insult me. But the reality is it has zero effect on me, because you should never let the truth offend you. Okay, if somebody calls you a Fortnite no life and you play Fortnite all day, it's all good. Just accept it, man. Alright, the truth shouldn't offend you. And the second point of power, guys, that I want to share in this Salvajee Speaks is this: stop letting people have control over you. Okay, you know, this is something that my aunt has a lot, that she just can't get through her thick head. This is something that she can't adapt. Listen, guys, I'm sharing this message with you guys because when you're young, it's easier to adapt these mindsets, but as you grow older, it's harder and harder and harder. There are so many adults out there that are literally man babies. Okay, listen, guys, if somebody insults you, they're only downgrading themselves, first of all. Okay, but one of the things that you guys should also keep in mind is this, right? If somebody insults you, if somebody tells you something that you don't like, if somebody calls you something that you don't like, you have a choice. All right, you have a choice to react. You have a choice to decide if that is going to offend you or if that's not going to offend you. And I just want to point this out again, you know, that's easier said than done. You know, it's really hard to adapt this mindset. I struggle with it sometimes as well, guys, because we're all humans. All right, and sometimes we struggle to develop and adapt new ideas. But the point is, just because it's hard doesn't mean that you should try it. I mean, that you should give up on it. You know, just because it's hard doesn't mean that you should give up on this mindset. Okay, stop letting the truth offend you. Stop giving people control over you. If they call you the Fortnite no life, understand two things. You shouldn't let the truth offend you, and you shouldn't give control to these people, okay? And what I mean by this is, don't give them control over your emotions. They're calling you a Fortnite no life because they want you to react. They want you to be angry. But guess what happens if you're not angry? All right? They have no power over you, okay? And that's something that you guys need to start applying into your everyday life, whether it's in video games or, of course, whether it is what's this thing called, on school. This is something that's going to help a lot of you guys out that are in middle school and high school, because everybody wants to be that smart ass in high school that always has something, you know, smart to say, guys. All right, always remember, you know, people don't get to you, people don't insult you if you don't let their insults get to you. All right, if you don't let you know, if you don't let them have power over you. Think about your emotions as $1 billion bucks. Would you give your own money, your own $1 billion bucks to someone else? Of course you wouldn't. So if you wouldn't give, you know, your $1 billion bucks to someone else, why would you give your emotions to someone else? That's right. Anyways, that's pretty much it for this Salvajee Speaks, guys. I hope you guys understood the core message of this Salvajee Speaks, and I hope you guys start applying it into your everyday lives. If you enjoyed this Salvajee Speaks, drop it a like and subscribe to join the Salvajee Cartel.